We can sum up this episode of Keep Your Hands Off Eizouken in one simple statement. Teacher, leave those kids alone! Stay tuned. What is going on, guys? My name is DJ Miles and I'm back to review another episode of Keep Your Hands Off Eizouken. This is episode 10 titled Against Our Independent World. And before we begin with this review, if you can go ahead and like this video and subscribe to my channel for more anime content down the road. And now let's go ahead and talk about this episode, because last week was definitely by far, if it's not arguably, my personal favorite episode because of what it showed us about, the power of social media and how even having the best content in the world doesn't necessarily lead to results if you don't have the good production team and the brains and brawns to promote the product out there. This week's episode goes back into the regular routine of what are the girls going to get themselves into and how are they going to finish their new upcoming project alongside with the time constraints that they are working under, on top of the pressures and just pushback that they're getting from the student council and the teachers themselves, right? So it's really interesting how the Eizouken is just making this metaphor of how kids want to do and cherish things, and they have to go and learn the trials and tribulations of it on their own sometimes. And the best place to do it would be under a school setting. Ironically enough, the school settings also constrain them to the confines of, well, you can only go out and venture and do stuff on your own under our rules and regulations. And in this case, we see the student council and the teachers coming into conflict and clash with Kanamori. The teachers aren't too exactly thrilled of Comment A535, which is the event for the display and sales of manga and other self-published works. The school doesn't like the club activities to earn money because turning a profit isn't educational, and the thing that Kanamori was pushing back on with the student council and the teachers is that, well, why isn't turning a profit educational, right? We are learning how hard it is to distribute something. We are learning how hard it is to come up with an animation short, dealing with the promotional angle sides of things. Let us learn the hustle mentality now while we're in school, so when we become adults, we can do it better. Now we have the applications and essential tools that we learned in school to now get us ahead. And the pushback that the teacher was saying is, well, why are you trying so hard to be an adult now? Go to school just to, yes, get an idea and grasp of a curriculum, but also have fun and hang out with your friends. And Kanamori wasn't having that. We saw how important Kanamori's backstory was, that she's a bit traumatized, and I say this in the best of ways, after what she witnessed with that couple in the convenience store, from how they became a successful liquor store to small convenience store that eventually closed down because they didn't learn or know how to play the Game of Thrones, so to speak. It was a crushing defeat that Kanamori just had engraved in her forever. That's why she has to be so hard on the other two girls, but also telling the teachers, yo, back the fuck off, because this stuff that we're doing, yes, we are turning a profit, but that profit is going to funnel into the projects. It's going into developing better sounds and better tools to get us equipped for future projects. Let us do our own thing. And it's kind of annoying that sadly and unfortunately at the end of the day, the school's gonna get what they want, and they tell Kanamori, well, listen, even if you are making a good case for this, just because we are simply the higher ups, we're just gonna say no. In addition, I do like how Kanamori, again, with this hustle mentality, is telling Mizusaki, hey, why do you think we're doing so well? Because you are our star power, and without one of our wings, we are gonna hinder in performance. And what's one of those vital wings for the Eizouken Club? It's Mizusaki's clout. Again, you don't have to like it, but we live in this world that if you're not popular or if you don't got a big selling point, good luck trying to get whatever passion project you want out there to become as successful or potentially mainstream successful if you don't have those tools that the Eizouken Club has, or in this case, it is the clout of Mizusaki. And because we know Mizusaki is so busy and her love is being poured into the passion of animation, Kanamori is like, listen, they wanted you in the star role of something because you are, because of your name. However, we are also going to use your name to do these auditions that people want to put into for this next upcoming project, and you're going to hear all of them because because again, the power and clout of a celebrity judging me speaks high volumes of what it could do for future and inspiring artists, right? The easiest example I thought of while all this was happening is American Idol. I don't know who Simon Cowell is, and I don't know the other two people that are in American Idol. Is American Idol still happening right now? I'm sure it is. But anyway, what I'm trying to get at is that Simon Cowell, why is he important? Because he's the person that discovered XYZ celebrities. So of course, his opinion matters so much when it comes into the audition of singing. So now if all these people are sending in their audition tapes and it is, lo and behold, the great Mizusaki judging them, then it makes the competition stand out in a good way for everyone in this picture. Let's go ahead and talk about the second half of this episode, where we get Asakusa tries to come up with the storyboards for her upcoming project with the Shiyabama UFO battle. And I love Asakusa so much because her mind is constantly racing with new ideas on, sound design and concepts for future projects. But Kanamori, again, she has to be the tough ass, which Kanamori is by far my favorite character in this story, that she's saying, hey, these ideas, they're great, but tell me one more time, how is it applying to the actual storyboard with what we're doing literally right here in front of us? Asakusa doesn't have an answer. And again, when they go into the imaginative world of Asakusa saying, hey, this is how we do our thing, and they play the music, Kanamori's like, okay, stop. You've seen us do this for 10 episodes. How is this applying to our UFO battle? Oh, it's not? Okay, cut this out. But the great thing that they encounter in this episode is the sound director has to record the bells and chimes from long ago. The use is already outdated and doesn't apply to their current world, but there's lots of important historical meaning and background behind it, and that's what got Asakusa and the other girls involved with, oh wait, if this sound was important back then, maybe the chimes can be used to awaken something for this upcoming project. And although we do see some great scenes with the sound director capturing the sound of the old bell and trying to figure out the purpose of what it did a long time ago, all of it is not going to matter at the end of the day if Asakusa still doesn't figure out the very simple essential questions that a lot of people want to know when it comes to storyboards and concepts, right? Who's the bad guy? Why are the bad guys here? Why are they trying to capture this bell or this sound propeller in this instance, right? So Asakusa has to get her stuff together, and I'm sure we'll find out how she will put these things together for the last two episodes, because again, we have closure on Mizusaki's background, Kanamori's background, which was fantastic. We pretty much got the closure of that. So now it's Asakusa. We started with Asakusa. It's only right to end with Asakusa. And I think this UFO battle for this third and final production that we'll get with the Eizouken Club is probably going to be the beautiful cap off. And also keep in mind, as Kanamori was mentioning to the secretary, popularity is data too. It would be the standard by which club activities are measured. But again, as I mentioned in the beginning of this episode, it can also be measured in how things can be applied in the real world. So something to think about, and that I appreciate the message that Eizouken is trying to get across towards the audience. So guys, let me know what you think about the latest episode of Keep Your Hands Off the Eizouken. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel for more anime content. My name is DJ Miles, and as I always say, to be continued, take care.